One day, Kago watched his human classmates chatting at school, feeling an envious pang in his furry heart. He heard them excitedly talking about their adventures with video games, especially the latest PS4 console. This only fueled Kago's desire to experience it too. One afternoon, Kago sat on the living room couch, flipping through a book, when he saw an advertisement on TV for a PS4 game console. The vibrant colors and thrilling games captured his attention. With a determined gleam in his eyes, Kago knew he had to get one. The very next day, Kago trotted to the toy store. His eyes widened in surprise and excitement as he saw the shelves lined with various game console boxes. Among them, the PS4 stood out like a shining beacon. Kago eagerly grabbed a big box of a PS4 game console and hugged it tightly. With the PS4 box clutched in his paws, Kago left the toy store, almost bouncing with joy. He couldn't wait to get home and start playing. Once back in the living room, Kago hurriedly set up the game console, plugged it in, turned on the TV, and got everything ready. The first game he chose was a thrilling racing game. Kago was so engrossed that he forgot about the time entirely. Hours passed by as he raced through virtual tracks, feeling the rush of excitement with each lap. Next, Kago switched to a simulation shooting game. He was completely absorbed, losing track of time as he navigated through different levels, each more challenging than the last. Then came a fighting game, which Kago played with intense focus. He was fully engrossed, forgetting everything else as he battled opponents with skill and precision. Finally, Kago decided to try a block game. As the blocks fell and Kago arranged them, he became totally immersed, unaware of how quickly the hours were slipping away. Time flew by, and Kago unknowingly played for several hours. In the evening, dinner was served beside him. But he didn't even glance at the food. He was too busy playing games to think about eating. As night fell, Kago continued to play, his eyes half open, looking very tired but still unwilling to stop. The night grew late, and still, Kago played on, determined to keep going. Eventually, the sun began to rise, casting its light through the window. Kago was still playing games, even as dawn broke. Exhaustion was clear in his half-closed eyes, which now had big dark circles underneath. Realizing how tired he was, Kago finally decided to rest. He put down the PS4 controller, his eyes half-closed, feeling the weight of fatigue. With a huge yawn, Kago turned off the TV and stretched. Kago went back to the bedroom, climbed into bed, and closed his eyes. Despite being very tired, he felt a sense of happiness. He had finally played the latest PS4 game console, and had an unforgettable adventure. From that day on, Kago learned to manage his time better. No longer staying up all night playing games. He started living a healthy and happy life. This story teaches us that children should manage their time well, and not get too absorbed in games, unlike Kago.